Everybody, welcome back here to another live stream. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's see here. Let me make sure my microphone audio seems good. Looks like everything's good. What's up, guys? Hope everyone's doing well. Glad to have you guys here back. It's been about a day or so since we did a live stream. Just need a little bit of a break. We've been pushing out a lot of content lately, videos, streams, shorts, all the above. But I hope you guys are doing good. Let's see who we got here today so far. We have Lake Effect, we have Lemon, we have Peachy, we have Storm Teller, we have Tang, we have Catloaf. Let's see here. We have Joplin, we got SPC. Let's see here. Sam, hope you're doing good. Let's see, Tom, Steven, and of course everybody else who is here, just not chatting. Hope everyone's doing well. So we do got ourselves a winter system that we're watching. You can see a big old low right here. Huge low pressure system rolling through eastern Canada right now. This is tracking southeastward, relatively east-southeastward. And we are going to be seeing a pretty good amount of accumulations over the next couple of days out in this region. So we are going to need to be looking out there for a lot of the Great Lakes region here, portions of the Northeast, the Ohio Valley. We're going to be seeing a decent amount of snowfall out in these regions here. As you can see currently, we are dealing with a lot of snow rolling its way through like New York State, starting to really pick up here in Pennsylvania. We do have ourselves a lot of snow squall warnings and special weather statements that's been being issued because of this here. Line of snow showers and, definitely some strong winds, too, up to 40 miles an hour on some of these guys, which will really reduce visibility and all that stuff. So if you're traveling out here over the next couple of days, make sure that you are very much weather aware and that you're rapidly watching the weather because, it's been getting pretty nasty out here for the last little bit. What's up, Mary? Hope you're doing good. What's up, J-Lore? Saying, I got snow in Wisconsin. Nice. Very, very nice. Actually, yeah, we have a little bit of snow in Wisconsin right now. Not anything extremely crazy. We did actually have a couple snow squall warnings earlier, though. But at the current moment, there's no active warnings or anything. But there is definitely some heavy snow showers still going on out there towards Wisconsin currently. Out here by Michigan, we have a lot of precipitation starting to roll in, too, as you can see. A lot of that's transitioning into snowfall. So what I figured we might do, guys, I think we're going to... here in a minute, we're going to look at the models. I do want to kind of break down accumulations from the Euro and the latest GFS and stuff like that. I do want to pull that up with you guys overall. Let's see here. I'm in South Carolina, and we had snow the night before last, just a dusting. Wow. South Carolina? Shoot. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we did have some snow that rolled through Tennessee and I believe a little bit of northern Georgia, too. Nothing really crazy, nothing that's like super accumulative or anything. But yeah, we did actually see a little bit of that. It looks like we also got some really heavy rainfall in the south here currently. Out here by like Louisiana, look at that. Looks like we have some pretty nasty rain going on out here. We do have a thunderstorm threat out in this region here. So there will be the possibility for a couple thunderstorms from what it looks like. Nothing severe though, which is good. The west is still pretty much good to go. Not really anything going on in the west, but yeah. So we really do need to be focusing up here towards the Great Lakes and the Northeast and stuff. All right, y'all. I tell you what. Let's hop to the models. Let's take a look and see what we're dealing with here. So I guess we'll start with the GFS here. Typically like we usually do. We're gonna start with the latest GFS model and everything like that. So like I mentioned, we do have this big low that's rolling through eastern Canada here, kicking up a lot of snowfall and so forth. This will just continue to push through, overnight into tomorrow morning here, and we're just going to continue to see a bit of lake effect for the next couple of days or so. The lake effect really seems to calm down for the 6th. So as we approach our way here into the 6th, which that would be for Friday, as we approach like the morning of Friday, things should start possibly calming down a little bit. But between tonight and basically until like tomorrow evening, things are going to be relatively heavy. We're going to get these really strong bands of snowfall to be rolling through the regions here. As you can see, that low, fairly broad, fairly large low here. And with that being said, and since we do have that that massive low, and since those isobars, those lines you see are close together, that's going to be really, causing a bit of windy conditions too, especially near the coastal areas here of the Great Lakes. We're going to be dealing with some pretty strong winds, maybe 20, 30 knot winds there on the coastal areas here. Inland, we could, inland like New York, Pennsylvania, we could have some winds getting up to possibly right around 20 knots or so inland as that low rolls through. So, not only are we going to be dealing with a bit of snowfall, but it's also going to be like a little bit windy here as well. What's up, Court? Welcome. What's up, Team Kenny? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Mary says we got snow on Monday afternoon, West Lafayette. Gotcha. Very cool. So yeah, let's actually look at the accumulations here first. Actually, let's do the 10-to-1 ratio here. Take a look at the total snowfall. So take this with a grain of salt. So this is basically how much snow we can expect here in the next 4 days. Okay, so the next 4 days or so, this is about how much the GFS suggests that we might actually see out here. So you can obviously see a lot of those areas up in like western New York State, north central New York State, possibly seeing a pretty good amount of snowfall. Pennsylvania, especially up north, could see quite a bit. Even the Blue Ridge, could pick up, possibly a good amount of snowfall, some local amounts, possibly greater than 6 inches or so, according to the GFS model here. And so here's the thing, guys. Since this system is bringing in a lot of cool air with it, it might actually allow for places out, closer to the coast to actually see some snowfall. The last event that we had, it was just simply too warm. There was too much warm air around that just prevented any snow from really happening out here towards some of those coastal areas. Now, because that we're going to be seeing this, this cold air rolling through, areas out by like Connecticut, possibly Rhode Island, Massachusetts, they could be involved. Maybe like northern New Jersey could be involved in maybe a little bit of snowfall. GFS here that we're looking at does show a pretty solid amount of snow. I mean, maybe 3+ inches locally, like 6 to 8 or so. I mean, that's a pretty good amount overall. Let's see here. What's up, LWX? Hope you're doing good. What's Cleveland expected to get? We'll get into personal forecasts here in a little bit, okay? We're just going to go over the models real quickly, and then we'll dive into all that here soon. Let's see here. I usually see you during hurricane season in Spring Hill, Florida. Checking in. What's up, man? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I think we're finally done with hurricane season, thankfully. That ended the other day. No more of that mess. Here in Florida, we got hit pretty hard, for sure. See people at work here around Kokomo, Indiana. We were saying we're getting snow. My Oh, they got my hopes up. I mean, honestly, Indiana. I mean, we're going to be seeing a little bit of snow out here towards Indiana, especially the northern part. You know, the more north you go in Indiana, we'll be looking at this here more in a minute. The more north you go in Indiana, the better shot you got. Speaking of Indiana, let's actually change this over to the Ohio Valley here for a minute. We were looking at the northeast, so let's pull this back to the Ohio Valley. So this is snowfall within the next 4 days. And like I was saying, you can see, especially the northern portions of Indiana, they have a better shot at seeing, a pretty good amount overall. So, not an astronomical amount, but good, possibly 2 to 4 inches in some spots, according to the GFS. Now, the official forecast actually has a little bit higher, but we'll get more into that here in a minute. And then, of course, let's hop up to the Midwest here. This is probably a better region to look at. Let's see here. Yeah, the upper state of Michigan could see a pretty solid amount of snowfall here as well. A good widespread, 3 to 5 inches or so, maybe locally higher amounts, definitely could be possible there. All right, let's actually hop to, let's look at Euro. I want to see what the ECMWF is showing us here. We actually have a new run coming through, but we'll backtrack to the 12 Zulu, the latest run that we got. So according to the Euro, snowfall in the next 4 days or so, kind of the same thing, 3 to 5 up here towards, the upper state of Michigan overall. Northern Michigan could see about 4 to 8. Some of the spots out there, but like Traverse City could see about 4 to 8 inches or so, which is the forecast does suggest around 8 inches or so out there by Traverse City in general. Let's see here. I mean, pretty decent. Once again, southeastern Michigan, not really going to be seeing much of anything. It's just a little bit out of reach for you guys for this storm here in general. Ohio, especially northeast Ohio, could get a little bit, but yeah, Maine, Ohio, still not really a whole lot, but a little bit. Up here in the northeast, according to Euro, that's where a lot of it's going to be at, is up in the northeast here. You can see Pennsylvania, especially northwestern Pennsylvania, seeing a pretty good amount of snowfall. Appalachian Mountains could pick up a good maybe 2 to 4 inches according to Euro here. And once again, like I was mentioning, areas out there by like Connecticut and, Massachusetts, I mean, we could be picking up, a little bit of snowfall out here. Unlike the last storm. Once again, it was too warm last storm. And this storm system's, bringing in some cooler air to the region here while the precipitation falls. Which will allow for a bit of snow out here. So if you're out there towards like Connecticut, once again, not an absurd amount of snowfall out here, but it is a little bit. It'll be enough to cover the ground. Possibly a good maybe 2 to 4 inches or so, locally higher. Can't be ruled out, especially as we work our way up in the not Minnesota. Massachusetts here. Good 3 to 5 or so possible. But Maine up there, Maine a pretty good amount of snowfall, 8 to 10 or so in general. So, once again, it's a decent amount. And plus, these regions here have already seen a pretty solid amount of snowfall. Here, let's look at the temperatures and stuff. It's going to get very cold, dude. Wow, look at those temperatures. This is for, holy cow, dude. So this is for the morning. Hold on a minute. Let's backtrack, or let's go a little bit ahead. This is for the morning of the 7th. Look how cold it's gonna get up there in Maine. We're gonna be breaching in the single digits possibly. And a lot of widespread teens up here towards Vermont, New Hampshire, lower mid 20s up in the northeast here. Dude, it's gonna get cold, very cold. Let's see what GFS shows. It's good to compare models rather than just looking at one. No, look at that. They actually agree fairly on point here. Actually, a little bit cooler according to GFS here in some spots. Vermont, New Hampshire, seeing a good, good single digits to the teens. Very, very cold. Actually, yeah, GFS does show it overall cooler. Maybe even the teens out there by like the southern New England. It's just gonna be way, way too cold. So yeah, I feel like the GFS is too far southeast with the totals. I mean, we'll go over the overall totals here in a minute. We got those up for you guys here, like from the official forecast. We'll get you all that here in a minute. Let's see here. Lizzie, all right, you know what? Yeah, actually, we'll go ahead and do some personal zip codes here now. I was gonna get to that, but Just really wanted to look at the models first, but I think we did a fair amount of looking at the models here. So let's give y'all some personal forecasts and stuff like that. I'm here for y'all. Want to help you guys out, so let's go ahead and hop y'all over here. Take a look at that. We're gonna move this over here. I guess we'll go ahead and start with you, Lizzie. Let's see here. 16335. 16335. You are in Pennsylvania, my friend. You are here. Let me turn on the town so I can kind of see where we're looking at here. Okay. I remember where you're at. So yeah, you're up in northwestern Pennsylvania. So your area here, I mean, we're talking a solid amount of snowfall. So this is the amount expected within the next 72 hours or so. The next 48 hours here, really most of our snow is going to be within the next 2 days. So within the next 48 hours out there by your area, you're going to be seeing over a foot easily. Honestly, you're going to be seeing possibly around 1.5 feet of snowfall. The expected amount, the 50th percentile, this is how much we are expecting for your area, is right around 17 inches or so. And even more to the north, I mean, possibly near 2 feet, near like Edinburgh, which is just slightly to your north. Could be seeing a pretty solid amount of snowfall out there in general. So yeah, definitely want to prep for that. I'm sure you probably already have a lot of snow as well that's already fallen too. So this is just going to really add a bunch of snow to it. But yeah, out there for your area, really well over 1 foot is expected. Some of these regions out here, we're going to be dealing with a pretty good amount of snowfall in general. So let's see here. Is Big Flats, New York, going to be getting a lot of snow? There, let's look up Big Flats here. See, Big Flats, New York. Here we go. All right, so you're kind of on the southern side. So you're kind of in a region here. Hold on a minute. Let's see here. Gotta find the general area here. For some reason, this program's not the not the best. Yeah, so honestly, you're in this region here. You're not going to be seeing a whole lot, honestly. I mean, you'll get a couple inches probably. No more than really 3 inches or so would be expected in your general area. But it'll still be enough to cover the grass at least a little bit. Let's see here. Is it possible since lake effect snow is hard to forecast, possible that totals for the area around the lakes could end up being higher? I mean, yeah. Forecasting snow is never 100% perfect. That is certainly possible, yes. The general area, though, I mean, is relatively straightforward at this point since it's within the next 2 days. But yeah, I mean, totals definitely will be going up in some spots and lower in others, for sure. Let's see here. Others are showing severe weather for the south next week. I know it's not until next week, but what do I think about that? Oh, really? Here, let me pull up SPC. Does SPC have anything on it? Because if they do, then we'll talk about it. But if not, then we'll just leave it be for now. Let's see here. Yeah, as of now, SPC does not have any risks for severe weather out as of right now. So for the next 3 days, there's no severe risk, and even the extended range, there's nothing in general. Let me hop you guys over here real quickly to this. We'll pull up the long range, the GFS real quick, just to kind of see if there's any setup potential. Okay. I mean, it's a little ways away down in time, but there's a little bit of instability that could build up into the south. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be anything astronomically crazy. That's my word. Why am I on this screen? Hold on a minute, you guys. I don't know why my scene's broken. Hold on a minute, y'all. I gotta fix that real quick. Real quick. Yeah, I don't know why that messed up here. Go ahead and move this here. Oh, I know what happened. All right, here, let's move it back here. I did not set up that scene. There we go. We'll just use this one for now. So, yeah, what I was talking about there is we are going to be dealing with a little bit of, instability and maybe, enough for some localized severe weather. But this is, still a little far down in time. This is like 6 days away or so. Just a little bit out of reach right now. But yeah, it doesn't look anything super concerning right now, to be honest with you. It just looks like, a little bit of ingredients could be at play. But, we'll just watch that. I really want to wait until, like, mid-range models and stuff like that come out before we really talk about that. But it doesn't seem like anything big. And like I mentioned, SPC, they didn't put anything on it as of now. So anyways, let's see. Hello, I'm sight impaired. I live in North Aurora, Illinois. I'm wondering if a lot of snow is going to be coming through in Illinois area. Thank you. No problem. So for North Aurora, Illinois, so Illinois, unfortunately, or fortunately, depends on if you like it or not, but Illinois is not really expected to see any type of snow within the next 3 days. Within the next 72 hours, really no snow. Nothing really accumulative is going to be expected. I mean, there might be a little bit out there by like Peoria, like 1/10 of an inch, maybe a little dusting, but yeah, there's not going to really be anything out there for you guys. So not really watching anything out there right now. Now Indiana, like northern Indiana, though, they could start. That's where it kind of starts to pick up a little bit. Let's see. Indiana, West Lafayette tonight. We are just getting a bit of a dusting. News is reporting. Nice, Mary. Enjoy your snow. Caden, let's see here. 44039. Since lake effect hard to forecast, can we get more than expected? So, like I mentioned, locally, that's why we say local higher amounts possible, because it's obviously kind of difficult to be precise, with the exact amount of snowfall. Especially lake effect. Snow is, in my opinion, the hardest thing to forecast. So for your area, yeah, you're out there by Cleveland. I mean, honestly, yeah, I kind of agree with the forecast here. A lot of those winds are going to be mostly easterly, which should leave you out of most of the heavy stuff. That's why a lot of the heavier stuff is just east of Lake Erie. And since you're on the bottom side of the lake, a lot of that moisture is just going to go to your north. Now, yeah, I wouldn't expect a whole lot. I mean, you're still going to get a little bit, maybe a couple of inches being possible. Once again, nothing absurdly crazy. It really does pick up, though, up in like, eastern Cleveland and stuff like that. It really does pick up to be quite a bit. But honestly, for your area, probably not. Probably not. Let's see here. What's up, Deborah? Hope you're doing good. Let's see. Hey, man, it's Leo. How have you been? I'm been good, man. Hope you're doing good. Lizzie says, thanks, man. I figured we would get hit. Yeah, no problem, Lizzie. You're very welcome. Lake Effect says, is 14120 going to get 5 inches or more of snow? Let's see. 14120. Let's see here. You're up in New York. Oh, okay, you're just north of Buffalo. Gotcha. Yeah. Now, you'll be getting over 5 inches. According to the expected amount, you're going to be getting right around 7 inches or so. But, a good 5 to 8 inches or so would be a good range to go off of, But the expected amount is going to be right around like 7, maybe 8 inches or so. So, yeah, it does look pretty likely that you'll get above 5 inches. Let's see here. Kay says, I'm out snow plowing, and dude, there's no big snow plows at all. Wow, man. That's crazy. Yeah, I bet it's pretty bad out there. Out there, especially up there, near like Watertown and some of those regions that just got absolutely hit. And they're getting more snow, too, on top of this. So it's like they've been dealing with a lot, dude. It's just crazy out there. I wonder if it's possible to look at the wind speeds in Minnesota and Wisconsin, because a good chunk of counties under a wind advisory. Yeah, we can pull that up for you. When do you want me to look at it? Like future or like now? If you want me to look at the winds now, I can pull it up. I can also pull up what the winds are going to be like in the future. I'm assuming you want me to look at the future wind, so we'll hop over here to the north real quickly for you guys, or for you. So Minnesota. Let's see here. Go ahead and put this in line for you guys. All right, so here we go. Here's our wind speeds and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely going to get quite windy, because what's happening here is that low that's rolling through. We actually have high pressure that's building in from the backside. So that sudden change in atmospheric pressure does allow for the winds to kick up. A lot of Minnesota could be in the realm of about 20 knots or so. I mean, that's about 25 mile an hour. Obviously, this is not gusts. This is more like sustained winds. So yeah, a lot of those winds will probably be gusting over 30, which, could be a little concerning. Make sure you have loose objects outside, tied down and brought inside. But, yeah, there'll definitely be a little bit of winds out there. Let's see here. Patriot wants me to take a look at 45013. Gotcha. Here, let's hop y'all back over here real quickly. Let's see. 45013. 45013. Got you. Hamilton. Gotcha. So you're not going to be really in a lot. Hamilton could pick up a couple tenths of an inch, but yeah, really not a lot to do anything, to be honest with you. So this is the expected amount within the next 3 days. But yeah, you're going to be getting that within the next 24 hours, your amount. But yeah, not a lot for you, my friend. Karen wants me to take a look at Ohio 43011. Gotcha. 43011. By the way, guys, if you could hit that subscribe button for us, be greatly appreciated. It'll help spread the word on our channel, and that way we can help out more of you guys. Greatly, greatly appreciated. So this is northeast of Columbus. Let's see here. Okay, so you, my friend, Karen, you're going to be right around an inch or so. Once again, not really a whole lot, but, enough to just, cover up the grass a little bit. But yeah, you're probably not going to be seeing a whole lot out there, my friend. Let's see here. What's up, Carissa? Hope you're doing good. Welcome. Should I keep a very close eye in eastern Georgia for severe weather next week? I wouldn't worry about it right now. It's too early to tell. It's a little far out, too. As of now, Storm Prediction Center does not have any risks for it. So I wouldn't worry about it right now. Once SPC issues a risk area, that's whenever you should start looking into it. But for now, as of now, there's currently no active risks from the Storm Prediction Center themselves. So I wouldn't worry about it. And we looked at the models. It does look like there will be a brief period of time, about a week away, which is a little iffy. I don't like to look too far out. I only really like to look within like 5 days. And we're pushing like 6-7 days until that potentially happens, which is a little bit farther than I want to look. So let's just wait a few days and we'll see what it does. But I wouldn't worry about it. I'd just put it off on the back. I wouldn't think about it really. It's not really an issue right now. Let's see here. Anyways, doing a little bit better, but still under the weather. Well, hopefully everything gets better for you, Deborah. Let's see here. Nancy says Detroit's not going to see much. Yeah, Southeast Michigan's been kind of under with the snowfall lately. Not really a lot. You guys, if you're lucky, you might pick up an inch, but more than likely you're going to be ranging from a half of an inch to about an inch or so out there towards Detroit. Really not a lot of it. Now, Western Michigan, though, could, as you can see, could pick up a pretty decent amount. I mean, Traverse City, they've already been dealing with a lot of snowfall, and there's a lot more that's going to be coming out there, good 8 inches or so. So, yeah, this is within the next 3 days. Pretty decent amount of snowfall in some of these regions. The western side of Michigan, anyways, where all that snow is going to be. Am I doing all weather or just snow? Right now we're just focusing really on snow because there's really not anything else crazy that's going on at the moment. Really, the snow is the main impact concern for us right now. So we're just keeping it on the snowfall for now. Let's see. They closed some schools due to the cold. Really? From the cold? Interesting. I know it's definitely been pretty cold, but I didn't know they'd be closing schools for that. Let's see. Let me pull up temperatures real quickly. Let's just see how cold it is out here in some of these regions. We'll pause that. So as of right now, it looks like we're in the 30s up in the Northeast. I mean, it's cold, but it's not like extremely cold. Now, what's extremely cold is up here, like towards Minnesota and whatnot. Dude, they're in the single digits right now. That's cold. Yeah, and then the sun's just going down here too. And yeah, I can only imagine it's going to get a lot cooler overnight, man. But yeah, for the north, I mean, it will eventually get cold as we did look at the models, which I will bring that back up for you guys. I want to show you all the temps again for the people who missed it. Let's bring y'all over here to the models. We're going to look at the GFS here. Lower dynamics, thermos. Let's see here. We'll do lower temperature. Here you go. It's going to bring y'all over here. So this is the GFS. You can see once that cold air really builds in. This is for the morning of the 6th. Look how cold it could get. These are not feel-like temps. These are actual temperatures outside. You know, up there in the north, we're going to be dealing in the teens, possibly near single digits in some areas up there. Especially those upper elevations could be really dealing with that. But it'll get even colder. I mean, for the morning of the 7th here, you can see that it really gets cold, especially up there by Maine. Big old cold shot of air coming down here. I mean, it's just going to be very, very cold. Unfortunately, that's not really going away anytime soon. So we're going to be dealing with that for at least another half a week or so. Cold air up there in the north in the morning. It's going to be brutal. Very, very cold for you guys. Let's see here. Cyber says, what is the red and purple near Clarksburg? Where's which state is Clarksburg? Not familiar with that area. The purple is around 2 inches or so. The red's about 2 or 3 inches. That's what the color table is. Yeah, purple is like 2 inches. Red's like 3, and it goes up from there. But if you're saying purple to red, it'll be right around 2 to 3 inches or so. Let's see here. Brandy coming in with a $3 Cash App donation. Thank you so much, Brandy. Appreciate it. That was very nice of you. Let's see here. Brandy did leave us a little note saying, thanks for looking out for us. You're very welcome, Brandy. Thank you for the $3 on Cash App. I appreciate that. It's really, really sweet of you. Thanks for your support, my friend. Thank you, thank you. That'll help, help us with our programs and everything like that, too. So it's much appreciated, my friend. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Not ready for the cold. Yeah, me either. It's, unfortunately not even winter yet. I think we're in store for quite a cold winter, you guys. Seriously, it's gonna be pretty chilly for sure. A lot of trees are quite damaged from the last very bad snow that happened a few years ago. I'm worried about loose and branches breaking and causing power outages. So that's in Wisconsin. Yeah, it's going to get a little windy up in Wisconsin. Like I mentioned, we are going to start having this high pressure here. So that's what this is. We have the strong low area of low pressure right here, and then we have the strong area of high pressure. The high pressure is building in, and you see these lines. These are what we call isobars. So they represent a area of equal pressure. So if I play this, you notice how they're moving eastward. So basically, the pressure is, in your case, increasing now. Is pushing that low out, which is, allowing for some winds to occur. Now, with dead branches and stuff, yeah, that will be a concern for all that. Because, we are going to be talking over 30-mile-an-hour winds and stuff like that in some of these regions here, which, could be enough to do stuff like that. Let's see here. My son lives in Chicago. What's the new snowfall total for Lincoln Park. The band. Sorry. Chicago, we're not really expecting anything, really. Yeah, Chicago's not going to be really picking up on anything here. A lot of the lake effect is going to be east of the lakes because the cold air is rolling over the warm Great Lakes and ponding it on the western side, really, of like Michigan and the Northeast. Really, that's where a lot of the heavy stuff's at. But yeah, Chicago, not really expecting anything here. What's up, Brandy? Once again, appreciate your support, my friend. Can I check on Montgomery, Pennsylvania? Yes, I can. Got you. Let's see here. Montgomery, Pennsylvania. Okay, you're kind of on the somewhat northeastern side, up by Williamsport area. So you are going to be seeing about an inch or so, maybe 2 if you're lucky. Yeah, really not going to be a lot, but yeah, you'll get a little bit. Actually, it looks like it's starting to snow out there a little bit now, or snow's getting close to you. Let's see. It's supposed to have 30-degree difference in temperatures between today and tomorrow in St. Louis. Wow. Yeah, it's a lot of that cold air coming down from Canada. Canada's really given us a lot of cold air lately, and it doesn't look like it's stopping anytime soon, unfortunately. Let's see. Ted says, you helped me before. Can I look at 17301, please? Yes, of course. Glad to help you all out. So let's see. 17301. Pennsylvania. By the way, guys, if you have not already, hit that subscribe button for us. It'd be greatly appreciated. That way you guys can stay up to date with the weather. Okay, so for you, my friend, you are not really going to be seeing much of anything. You're kind of in this little gap here where we're not really expecting much. Don't be surprised, though. Maybe you could see it, a couple tenths of an inch because you're near that line. That could obviously shift a little bit, but we're not expecting much out there, out by you. As of right now, we're not really expecting anything, but worst case scenario, you probably could pick up a couple tenths of an inch. Really not a lot, though. Let's see here. Ted also wants, 16301. Okay. Let's see, 16301. That's in Oil City. That's like northwest. Yeah, these areas now, we're going to be getting quite a bit out by Oil City. About 10 inches or so out there by you guys. That's a pretty solid amount, 9, 10 inches of snowfall for sure. Now that's how much we kind of are expecting. Obviously worst case scenario could be up a little higher. I'd say a good range of about 8 to 12 inches or so could be expected out by you. Let's see, wind chill could get down to 2 degrees tonight in St. Louis. Keep in mind that's a high of 60 here today. What a crazy temperature change. Yeah, for sure. Josh just says I can't save money at all. Don't worry about it, man. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's just there if you guys wanted to help. Like I mentioned, I'm not asking any of you guys for any of it. I'm just, it helps out, and I just have it there in case if you wanted to. Can I check the west coast of Newfoundland? So our programs doesn't go out there, really. Doesn't really cover a lot of the area. We're mostly keeping it to the U.S. here. Let's see here. James wants me to take a look at 16001. Gotcha. See, 16001. Here we go. Pennsylvania. Gotcha. Okay, you're slightly north of Pittsburgh. Let's see here. Yeah, so you're going to be roughly about like 4 inches or so out by you. Pretty decent amount. I'd say, a good 3 to 6 inches would be possible. You got to give a little bit of wiggle room, if it snows under a little bit, or if it snows above, at least you're in that range. But we're expecting around 4 inches or so of snowfall. But remember, like I mentioned, it could go. It could be a little higher. It could be a little lower. It's just good to have that range, But we're expecting about 4 inches out there. Could Rusk County, Wisconsin, get any snow? The biggest city is Ladysmith. Wisconsin's kind of out of the snow right now, except for the northern side out there by like Park Falls, a good 2 inches. Ironwood, a good 6 inches or so. But yeah, Wisconsin's not really seeing a whole lot right now. A lot of that's going to be east of Wisconsin. A lot of the event here is east of Wisconsin. You're welcome, Ted. No problem. Can I check on Canton, Ohio? Yeah, I got you. Let's see, Canton, Ohio. Okay, so you're kind of on the eastern side. Canton's gonna be about right around 2 inches or so. Now, the more north you go, it really does pick up though quite a bit. But out there by Canton, we're expecting about 2 inches. 1 to 3 inches would be basically the range there. You're my confirmation, Andrew. Thank you. No problem, Brandy. You're welcome. Let's see here. Kevin wants me to take a look at 13650. Gotcha. 13650. This is up in. Let's see. It doesn't show anywhere in the U.S. Here. Yeah, my program it doesn't show that that's any zip code in the U.S. I'm not saying it isn't, but my program just isn't picking it up for some reason. So. Let's see here. Mary says y'all be sure to hit that like button. Appreciate it. Thank you. MD wants me to take a look at 45373. Gotcha. 45373. Let's see here. Up in Troy, Ohio. This is north of Dayton. Let's see here. Where's Dayton? So Dayton's up here. There you go. Yeah, really not a lot for you. Over the next 3 days, we're expecting a little bit less than an inch, honestly. A little bit less than an inch. Honestly, probably about half an inch to an inch or so. Really not a lot to do a whole lot, really. Let's see here. See, thanks, nice. You made home for Thanksgiving. That's good. Glad to hear that. Came all the way just to realize we had another epic new setup. Otherwise, tired of setting. Yeah, we did change some things around here. I got a new warning and advisory ticker on the bottom there, so you guys can kind of see where the advisories are at right now. These are up to date, and they're automatic, so they'll auto update themselves, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it'll scroll through winter weather advisories, winter storm watches. I can actually pull it up for you guys if you want to see them on the map. Let me do that real quick, just to kind of show you all what we're dealing with here. There's a lot of winter weather advisories and stuff. Believe it or not, there's actually blizzard warnings up in West Virginia's upper elevations here. Look at that. Near like Valley Head, Snowshoe, West Virginia, Elk, Baldwin, Harmon. Blizzard warnings out there because of the heavy snow and wind mixture. So yeah, blizzard consists of not only just heavy snow, but also like strong winds too. And those upper elevations are certainly dealing with that. Then we got a lot of winter weather advisories through like central and portions of eastern Michigan. A lot of winter storm warnings here in the pink, which, really the western side of Michigan there. A little bit of central New York State, southern Vermont, a little bit of northern Maine here, and a couple of winter storm warnings. Pretty much the entire upper state here of Michigan's in that winter storm warning field too. And a little bit of winter weather advisories up in like eastern North Dakota, northern Minnesota, and northwestern Wisconsin. Let's see here. Kevin wants me to take a look at 13650. Let's see here. 13650. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see that, but if I look that up, you see it says Indonesia, Brazil, Spain, Sweden. It doesn't show U.S. areas. So here's also a lot of lake effect snow warnings here too, up in like northwestern Pennsylvania, northeastern Ohio by Cleveland. A lot of lake effects still ongoing out there. It's been it's been nonstop, dude. Nonstop lake effect out here. Weather Service in Indianapolis says snow squalls might be possible tonight. Yeah, there's going to be quite a few snow squalls in this event in general. There's already been quite a few of them popping off through Wisconsin earlier. We had a couple of those, which you can see these polygons here. These are snow squall warnings, but as of now, I don't think there's any active one. Wow, that's a big special weather statement. Look at that thing. Wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour in heavy snow. Yeah, man, that's pretty solid. Pretty solid amount. Let's see here. Dry fall over here in New York City might be a dry winter. Up in NYC, I mean, for now, for now, it's just a little too early for you guys because, you're right. New York City's right on the coast. They still get a lot of warmth, from the nearby ocean. Whenever that cools down quite a bit and whenever everything, cools down more, you guys will start to get that. But, I think there could be some nor'easters and stuff like that this year for some of those regions. So don't get your hopes down. It's first of all, it's not even winter yet, for one. It's not going to be winter for another, 16, 17 days or so. And not to mention, the heaviest part of winter is January and February, so we're not even close to that quite yet, really. So, got a little bit of time. But anyways, folks, well, if y'all have any questions before I roll off here, we've been live a little over 45. Just wanted to hop on here for a little bit, hang out with y'all, do a bit of a weather update. Once again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. And share this with your friends and family. Help spread the word. Be much, much appreciated. If there's any final questions that y'all might have before I roll off here, feel free to throw them down in the chat. I'll be more than happy to help you guys out. And but yeah, just want to go live here, do a little bit of a snowfall update with you guys, kind of to show y'all what we're expecting and about how much snow we're going to be seeing here. Which, for some areas, definitely still quite a bit. Some of the heaviest snowfall expected is going to be northwest Pennsylvania. We could still pick up another 2 feet or so up there south of Erie, which could be quite a bit of snowfall for a lot of these areas here. But once again, if y'all want me to take a look at your zip code, I'll pull it up and I will let you know about how much snow you can expect out there. I'll be more than happy to help you. See here, but yeah, we really do have a lot of warnings and advisories and stuff like that being issued out here. Let's see, we'll turn on winter storm watches. I didn't think I had those. Are they on or? Apparently they're on. They're just not showing. They might be overlaid or something. You're welcome, Deborah. No problem. No problem. What is West Virginia expecting? And when is it going to happen? Because I just now got here. So West Virginia depends on where, but West Virginia is actually going to be seeing a pretty good amount of snowfall in general. Up there towards Elkins, we could be seeing a good 5 or so inches. And honestly, it's kind of let's see here. Yeah, we're starting to get some precipitation out there. A lot of the snow is going to really start to kick off here tonight. Yeah, pretty much later tonight into early tomorrow. We're going to be seeing quite a bit out there. And like I mentioned earlier, I don't know if since you said you just joined, I don't think you were here for this. But we do even have some blizzard warnings in effect for some of the upper elevations here of kind of eastern West Virginia towards areas near Cortland, Thomas Davis, Bartow, Snowshoe, Valley Head. Yeah, some of you guys out there is in those blizzard warnings because, not only are we dealing with heavy snowfall, but we're also, picking up a bit of strong winds out there too. Winds could be gusting as high as 55, nearly 60 miles an hour out there. So definitely pretty windy on top of that. Let's see here. But anyways, but once guys, we're gonna go ahead and head off here soon. So I might do a YouTube short tonight, or maybe as soon as I get off here, I do want to kind of make a little YouTube short showing you guys just overall what's going on. So be tuned for that and everything, just to give you a little overview, basically a wrap up of what we talked about here. But for now, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and head off here. We're going to call it a night. Tomorrow on the table, I'm going to do another live stream for you guys. Maybe 2 live streams, as might do some coverage, actually, because we're going to have a lot of snow falling in the morning. So I'll see what I can do about that. Maybe going live early for you guys to keep you guys up to date with the roads and stuff like that. So we'll definitely be here to help you guys with that. We'll definitely shoot for it. But all right, everybody. Well, once again, thanks for joining. I appreciate y'all. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, leave a like. It'd be greatly appreciated. And share this with your friends and family. It'd be much, much appreciated. And all right, everybody. Well, stream's going to head off here in approximately 1 minute. So go ahead and say goodbye to your friends, your family, anybody you're hanging out with in the chat, my friends. Once again, thank you for joining. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. Y'all take care. Enjoy your snow out there. And also, once again, a big thank you I do have to give a big thank you to Brandy for the donation today on Cash App. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support, as that'll help us out a bunch. And alrighty, everybody, thank you so much. Appreciate it. You guys take care, and we'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace out, my friends. See ya later on.